back at the Newcastle United training ground. Eddie Howe's just done his first press conference of the new season here at Darsley Park ahead of the Sela Cup, and good to be back, Jordan.
Yep.
And some interesting questions Eddie Howe answered. Tino Livramento, a big one, and Eddie Howe's not one to give much away on transfers, but he gave just enough to us this morning.
Yeah, so he did admit that he likes the player, which, as you mentioned there, in Eddie Howe terms is unheard of. So yeah, fully expect him to sign. Mentioned that Eddie said he was in the dark over Livramento deal, which I've seen some supporters joke probably means that he stayed at his house last night ahead of his medical, which he has expected over the weekend to complete his medical. Maybe a chance that he might appear at the Sela Cup at some point, but yeah, certainly a deal that Newcastle have worked hard to do. I think they had 2 bids rejected before they got this one done, so it's been a long-term target. They finally managed to get it done, or nearly done, shall we say, and hopefully he should appear this weekend. But Dom, your general thoughts on Livramento?
Yeah, I think it's a good sign. It's a lot of money to pay for what is effectively potential. He's a player who hasn't played much football at all since he had his ACL injury April 2022. He only played 2 Premier League games last season. But Eddie Howe was asked about that. He said, without mentioning Tino specifically, he's on first name basis with the player already, so that's good. And yeah, he said that's what the medical's for. It's a rigorous process, and there wouldn't be any concerns for any player Newcastle would sign, Livramento or otherwise. And yeah, Jordan, we got a few questions to Eddie Howe. He wasn't overly talkative with you, but what did he give you?
Yeah, so I asked him about Garan Qual, who's going out on loan to Holland. So he did say that will be confirmed on Friday. Which Friday that is, I'm not sure. Is it today? Is it next Friday? Or has Eddie Howe just got his days mixed up? But that is a player that will be going out on loan, which sets you up nicely for your question as well. Harrison Ashby, what's the latest with him?
Yeah, I think it's the worst kept secret of the transfer window, Harrison Ashby going to Swansea. You just wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth. Eddie Howe said that. He said it'll be a good loan for him. Good to see him play a bit of football, because he's needed that. He hasn't really had consistent football in his career. It's a first proper loan move for him, championship level, good level for him. And Eddie Howe mentioned how he's been impressive in pre-season so far, obviously scoring that winning goal against Rangers at Ibrox last month as well. Got a couple of questions in about the striker situation at Newcastle. They've obviously got Callum Wilson and Alexander Isak, 2 obviously very talented strikers who did miss portions of last season through injury and illness and various issues. So just said, is there room in the budget to bring in another striker? And Eddie Howe pretty much said no, there isn't, but the beauty of pre-season is they've managed to improvise with players like Elliot Anderson, Anthony Gordon being a key one. So still, he's comfortable with that situation and the versatility of his squad heading into the new season and the Sela Cup this weekend.
Yeah, just on transfers, Eddie Howe did mention that you would like 2 more players at least, which includes Livramento. So once the Livramento deal gets done, I suspect there'll be 1 more. What position that is, not too sure yet, but there is sort of rumours that it might be a centre-half given Fabian Schär's injury. But Fabian Schär should hopefully be back this weekend. Eddie Howe said he'd make a late call on the defender, so no long-term damage with him. But in terms of his age, he's out of contract next summer. He's aging, if you like, as well in terms of the squad age. So to get a younger option in for him, I'm sure Newcastle will hope to do that. But just on injury news, just to finish off, say Fabian Schär late decision. Joe Willock won't feature, Emil Kraft won't feature, Sean Longstaff should be back, and I think that is it. I've probably missed someone there off the top of my head, but I think that's it. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in again. Sorry it's been so long. We've had to get holidays in before the busy season starts, which starts tomorrow again in the Sela Cup, where Newcastle take on Florentina.